Hello, I'm Ederson Oliveira. I'll be presenting this video for DNNhero.com. In this video, I'll be talking about performance settings in .NetNuke, and this is a continuation of the performance settings series, and I'll be talking specifically about cache. So here we have a .NetNuke site, DNN551. I'm going to log into the backend as host level to demonstrate how we can set up cache to make sure that we have optimized settings for in terms of performance. So the first place that I would go to check the settings for cache is under host, and then host settings, and I will scroll all the way down, and under performance settings I do have a couple settings that I want to play around a little bit. First is that I would keep page state persistence as in page, and you can test that. You can try that different scenarios that you may have on your hosting provider may require different settings, but I'll just give what I think and what I've heard that those would be the most common settings of those performance settings. Now I would keep page in terms of page state persistence. Now in terms of module cache provider, I would also keep it on file, but you can change that setting in a module basis, but I will keep this selected as file. Now under cache settings, I would flip this to heavy, and again, if we're talking about cache, this is the most important one, I would say. So I would flip this to heavy, and at any point in time, you can come here to the host settings and you can clear the cache just to make sure that you have the most up-to-date content throughout the entire site. Now, so I'll keep this, I will change this to heavy. Under authenticated cacheability, I would flip this to public. Actually, I'm following a recommendation that I've heard Chris Hammond giving in one of his presentations. So I'll keep this as public. Under compression settings, you can definitely try to switch this to gzip compression. I have had some problems when I tried to do that in the past. For instance, some friendly URL modules that I haven't seen in the past, it didn't work quite well when I flip this to gzip, but you can definitely try that and see if the site is still working well. So I'll be flipping this one as well. And use white space filter, I'll keep this unchecked as well. And again, this is also based on a presentation that I saw from Chris Hammond. Okay, so this is the first place that I would make those changes. So I can click update, and the change will be applied to the site-wide. But there's another set of settings that can be done in a module level. I'm going to go to this page that I have created. I'm going to add a text, an HTML module to it. And if we go to the settings of this text HTML, you're going to see that we do have the options to set the cache duration in seconds. It's coming automatically as 1200 seconds, but this can be changed as well. And the file is coming, it's set as the cache provider's file. I would keep this as file as well. But if you have huge memory availability in your server, you may want to flip this to memory. But again, this is one of those things that it's particularly to each environment. I would recommend in general to keep this in file. Now, this cache duration in seconds, you can change that. You can change that in a module level. So by default, it's coming 1200. I can keep that as 1200 and I can update. But there's also another place that we can set the cache time in a module level, in a global module level. If I go to host and I go to module definitions, I can go to, let's say, in our example, let's go to the HTML module. I will click on the edit, this extension, And if I scroll down, there is a default cache time. I can increase this. I can increase this to 3600, let's say. And what will happen is that from now on, anytime that I add an HTML text module to a page, it will bring the default cache time. It will set to 3600 automatically. Now, this setting here that I'm going to change right now, I'm going to click on update. Actually, I'm going to click update definition. I think this will do, but I'm going to click update module as well. This change that I have done will not impact any existing module that is already in place. For instance, it's set to 3600. If I go back to the page and I check the module again, the settings, you're going to see that it's still set to 1200. But if I go back to the page and I add another module, a new module to the page, a new module to the site, a new module instance, what I'll notice if I go to the settings is that the default cache time will be coming as 36 now, because I have changed in the module definition. So we can do that to any module. Now, some modules will not work well if you do use cache settings, but again, you may give it a try, you may want to test. But the HTML text module is one of the modules that is most used throughout, I would say, regular sites. So again, this is the way that you can set cache from a global level under host settings and under performance settings, and at the same time you have the options to do some of that, some cache settings in a module level as well, and in the module settings as well, in the module definitions as well. So that's about it. That's about cache settings in terms of performance for .NET Nuke. Thank you very much. Bye for now.